So welcome to this round of 8 game, Passioncraft Season 10. Yeah, let's start right in. We're 1 minute 30 in and there's something happening already. Top right hand corner, new repugnancy, Dark Oath, ManTaZa. And as you see, right here, that's not a starting position, but in the bottom left hand corner, there he is. This is Mr. kiyj. And yeah, he's going for a little bit of a delayed pool, but going for an expansion over here to block the Nexus just a bit. So yeah, at least that's something. And yeah, I guess the Nexus will be coming down as soon as he has the resources for it. But for now, yeah, Sentry coming out. We have the Zealot in the gap. And then, yeah, he will be a little bit delayed in terms of the Nexus at least. Maybe a little bit in terms of tech, because he had to pull the probes. But overall, I guess he will still be fine, right? And on the other side, kiyj was delaying his pool for a second or two. But then again, yeah, he was at least having the resources, maybe not spent or wasted, but yeah, they were put into a bank which was called a hatchery, and it didn't really get out a big return there. But yeah, I guess he'll be a little bit slower than he would usually be, but I guess he'll be fine. And the block of his expansion is worth more than the loss that he was getting to. So yeah, what do we see? kiyj going for the third base over here. It's more than halfway done. Other than that, we have speed on the way, which is at like 80-90%. Tier 2 just started. Over on ManTaZa's side, we have a second gateway to finish the wall off. We have a robo and another gateway coming up. So do we see... Yeah, what do we see? We have no Twilight yet. So what's the thing here? Yeah, that's the answer. It's Immortals. And against the Roaches, Roach just finishes. So against Roaches, Immortals obviously are a good choice. And therefore, let's see how that is going to work out. Some circlings on the map. Let's just see what they're doing. Follow them just for a bit. The sentry is like, not in my house. Forces, at least attacks the Zerglings. It didn't really force them to go away because, yeah, it's just a little tickle. And then that's it. Now we're starting the creep spread over here. Or at least one creep tumor is there. It's not that much, but it's something at least. Yeah. First Immortal is out. War Prism comes in as well. But what is his plan? I mean, he has a lot of sentries over here. And it seems like he's aiming for the... Okay. Is he aiming for the next base though? No, he's just aiming to get across the map. Okay, that's... Okay, he's walling off everything here. And he's chrono boosting the gateways. Okay, no additional Immortal will be made. So this looks like ManTaZa is just going for the push, trying to see what he can do at the third base, but there's quite a good amount of roaches, and with no second Immortal in the mix, yeah, okay, this can work out quite nicely. As long as he can keep the roaches away from the army, that's pretty nice, because he has no meat shield, so he really needs to be careful where to go. All the sentries go down one after the other, no more force fields available. We still have the Immortal in the back. The Zealots though, they're not doing a thing here, and that is actually pretty bad, because the Zealots are usually the thing that you want to have in front of everything else. And yeah, you see, that's it. War Prism died, units died, and ManTaZa has to GG the first game. 1-0 for kiyj. For the second game in the series, we're on King's Cove. In the bottom right hand corner, we can find the man in the lead. This is Mr. kiyj, the Red Zerg. Over in the top left-hand corner, representing Dark Oath, we have our Protoss. It's ManTaZa, who was trying to get in with a push last game, but it didn't really work out that well. So yeah. He was GGing then after having his War Prism lost. Yeah, it's the same thing again. kiyj going for the block here. So I guess ManTaZa actually going for the cannon, or the, not the cannons, but the forge first, before Cybercore at least. Oh, that's why he's going forge first. Okay, so we have quite a few buildings coming up here. Will there be another one to block off this stuff? I guess he's going to cancel this one, right? Because everything else is finishing. No, he's actually letting that finish, just to have the wall off there. And yeah, he's even putting in a second cannon. Not sure if that was necessary, to be honest. But yeah, let's see. Let's see if kiyj is actually letting this one finish. ManTaZa putting a cannon in the defensive mode there as well. Also, this cannon is not really good. It's not protected at all, due to the fact that we have the high ground right here and it could be attacked by just a queen, but we don't have a queen. Roach Warren is on the way, but we don't have a queen. So let's see how that is going to work. This base at least finishes, so we have some circling starting on the other side for kiyj. But with the cannons coming up, I guess that will be okay for kiyj. Here, I guess he's going to wait until the hatchery goes down, and then with the Broodlings together, he's going to try and take out the pylon here. That should be the goal. I'm actually wondering that there's no second pylon being made, but okay, he's just going to the mineral line. So he's deciding to do it another way. Okay, so he was taking out the pylon, and now he has a pylon on the high ground. The probe was there. Shield battery coming in. A model, yeah, it will fit through here, right? And we'll be able to get out. Oh, the probe though goes down, and that's a pity. There's still two Zerglings on the other side. He loses another probe. He's not caring about them. Oh boy, he's losing too many probes here. I feel like ManTaZa wasn't really on a bad way, but he was losing way too much right now. I think the workers he lost over here, the amount of workers is way too high. We have some roaches over here now. We have a Nidus coming in, and with the Immortal not being able to do anything, so he really needs to go for the War Prism. Yeah, I guess he has to do something now. As soon as the Nidus is finished, the units will be on the other side. So he needs to have a probe over here. There's one. So you can maybe put a Nexus over here. But he's not having the resources to do so. I mean, there's a Nidus coming in. He sees it, so he knows what he's up to. And I'm really wondering that he's not transferring over his probes, and that it was... Wait. Okay, he should cancel the Immortal. And can he cancel something else? I don't think so. So I think that's already dead. I think ManTaZa has no chance to win here. If ManTaZa wins this, I would be really surprised, simply due to the fact that, yeah, he wasn't even taken into account that he should rebuild his... Oh, if he could destroy the Nidus, that would be at least something. But he can't micro the units as good as he needs to. Especially the one that has no shields needs to get shields. Okay, that actually was a good move. Getting the Nidus down before anything, or all the probes get in here. But at the same time, yeah, everything on the other side will go down though. But now, is there anything out on the map? Is he sending his probes back home? No, okay, he was sending them to mine. And therefore, they were going back to the next Nexus. But yeah, Nexus was killed. So now it's all about the buildings, and ManTaZa, I'm really wondering, but he could win here. The problem is kiyj actually has no possibility of getting back here with the Nidus, which means that he has to walk back home, and there's some buildings in between here. Or yeah, the thing is, killing these buildings will not win the game for kiyj, but killing these buildings will win the game for ManTaZa, and 2 models are pretty strong. So there actually is the possibility that he wins this game, despite the fact that he was, in my opinion, pretty careless in terms of, yeah, where is he going? What? What? Okay, does he really want to fight the army now? I mean, he has buildings over here. He can just... He knows that there's nothing else on the map because he killed all the workers. I think... Yeah, maybe he's uncertain if there's something in the main base, if he transferred a worker or whatever. But he could see. Like, there's no nexus or no hatchery over there. And now he wants to fight. This... Yeah. Is risky at least. But yeah, in the long run he will win. But still, I think it would have been faster if you would just kill the buildings. It would be easier and faster. Yeah, and there we go. kiyj leaves the game. ManTaZa equals out the series. For the 3rd game in the series, we're on Acropolis. In the top left-hand corner, for Dark Oath, we have ManTaZa. And is starting off with a gateway into Nexus most likely, and there's no block of the position by his opponent this time. He's starting the bottom right hand corner, he's the red Zerg still. So, kiyj, here we go. Going for the hatchery first. No shenanigans this time. Nexus is down for ManTaZa. Okay, so this map, I'm actually not used to the map at the moment. I'm not comfortable saying which paths are good at the moment because I didn't really see that many games on the new maps. And I didn't play any. So yeah, I just have to be surprised myself by what the players do now and what is good on which map if I don't know the map. The only map I feel like I have heard about is the Slowfield map. I don't even know the name, but everyone is like, what the fuck is this? And yeah, for ManTaZa, seems like we have Twilight Council attack starting and the Stalker coming up. But I guess the Stalker will just be to kill the Overlord, and then he's going to switch over to either DTs or Templars, or potentially it could be Adepts as well. But yeah, Robo is the one thing that you need for everything that I just mentioned. 3rd base for kiyj on the way. Adept getting in. Does he get a kill though? Not with this one. Gets 1 kill, and then that's it. Okay. Tech choice, here we go. Dark Shrine started for ManTaZa. Let's see if kiyj is actually prepared for that as soon as it happens. He at least starts the layer tech, so he will have the Overlords most likely in time if he just morphs some of those. And he even builds a shield battery. He's going to the main base with the Stalker just to make sure that there's no Overlord incoming to scout the Dark Shrine. Doesn't want to have that happen. There's also no research at the Twilight Council, so it doesn't really seem like there's a planned follow-up by, for example, Charge Slot Arcan or whatever. At least not for now. He wants to have the resources in place and wants to have, yeah, the random amount of DTs and potentially Arcans coming in there. And there's no spores at the moment. Is there an overseer? No, not yet. Tier 2 is finished though, so the overseers will not take that long. Nevertheless, they still have to be built before they can be there. There we go. I think he should just let 1DT down here. Oh boy. The overseer comes in. It's a little late. Okay, cutting down this would be pretty nice. We have the overseer finishing, but there we go. Very nice timing. ManTaZa takes down the pool, at least forces his opponent to go and do some more stuff. Another overseer being morphed over there, so he doesn't need to transfer it over every time. But I think right now we have, yeah, too many overlords. It's one in each base, I guess, or at least we have 2 overall. So that's going to be enough. So I guess we're going to see Arkans, and that's the next thing as well. Now Zealot Charge is starting, as well as we have a Forge on the way. So let's see how he's going to go on with the research and stuff. Hello, Mr. Fozzie. So yeah, no reaction really. I mean, the Wall Prism just goes in, goes for some worker kills here with the Arkans, but there was no reaction up front to that. And that is kind of expensive already. 12 workers dead. And that forces him to go back home. I think there should be a recall of the War Prism now. The third base can be cancelled immediately. There's no chance of holding this. Maybe it buys some time. That could be the reason to just leave it there. Did you recall? Okay, he's not recalling, but he's just trying to attack while the units are going across the map. This is... Okay, now he's recalling. There we go. But he should be really careful. Yeah, like whopping in units in front of the wall. Not that wise of a decision here. And now kiyj actually with 100 over 40 army supply pressuring the wall. And I think, yeah, despite the fact that we have ManTaZa pressuring quite a bit, I'm not sure that this actually is a good position for him to be in. Also the Biles cut down the force fields over and over again. We have the Immortals doing a good job, so the force fields, yeah, they are there to block off a chunk of the roaches. Nevertheless, this is just almost 3 times as much in terms of army. You can cut off whatever you want. The force fields will not be there as soon as there's no more energy, and the point in time is there already. Arkan goes down, 3 Immortals. They are not going to save the game. We have some more workers trying to help here as well, but it's 100 over 20 army supply. He's just pushing through here. The Immortals have no chance of taking this, and therefore we have the 2-1 lead with a win here by kiyj. Map 4 will be Thunderbird. In the top left hand corner, the man who needs to win right here, representing Dark Oath. This is ManTaZa, the Protoss. And we have another hatchery at his nexus spot again. And we even have a second gateway prioritized over, yeah, the Forge as before and the Cybercore. Yeah, the player in the bottom right hand corner still is kiyj. Red Zerg going for gas and pool right there. Hatchery is on the way as well. And he's blocking off the nexus here, as you can see. Hello, Mr. Burning. How are you, fine sir? And yeah, he really wants to get this done. I mean, if you sacrifice mining time to kill off the hatchery, you know that you want to have this done. The thing is, what is the plan with the second gateway before Cybercore? And yeah, that's the thing. And no, wow, he's running behind that drone so hard. Okay. Well, 2 adepts coming over. Nexus should be placed now pretty fast. I mean, this is, what is it, like 6 probes, 7 probes? It's quite a lot of lost mining time. And it will be circling speed for now. And adepts will go over. 2 adepts actually one-shot the drones on the other side. That's pretty good. So unlike in the last game where we only had 1 adept coming over, yeah, he will be able to kind of one-shot, or one volley, let's say, the probes, or the drones of kiyj. So that might actually be a little bit more effective. But with the Zerglings there, with speed on the way, this can be kind of weird. And also, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know the maps. The new maps I'm not really used to them. But the expansion locations, like this one as the 3rd, usually I would, from the positioning, I would favor this one, but yeah. Maybe that's the usual thing to go for here. And yeah, tech choice for ManTaZa will be the robo again. And it's only a robo. It worked out quite nicely last game. Oh no, not last game. The first game he had the robo as well, and it didn't really work out. The game he won was a cannon rush into robo proxy. Okay. I hope that is not going to occur, and with 3 bases up, that's most likely not the case anyways. Yeah, and you see kiyj already running around on the map. I'm really wondering that he's placing the Zergling over here instead of taking the tower. Oh boy. The sentries. Will they actually take down it? Yeah, if he transfers them over to the other side at least. They will. No, they don't even have to. And then, let's see. Some Zerglings knocking on the front door, but they're not doing anything there. Creep is starting. We have 2 creep tumors out. That's pretty nice. And the first roaches are out. So, kiyj with the first roaches, with the first Ravager on the way. Kind of preparing a powerful push already. And it's 5 more roaches on the way. I don't see any drones in the production tab. I have the roach speed to see. So he's just going for it. 3 base, roach timing. That's the plan right there. And with just sentries here, 1 immortal out soon, and the 3rd base potentially placed in a few seconds, that might actually be pretty hard to hold for ManTaZa. I feel like he's a little bit too greedy against the opponent that he has right here. And therefore, yeah. Let's see how these adepts do. It might not be that successful, to be honest. It's just too many Zerglings. Well, how many roaches do we have in the meantime? 16. 16 roaches, 2 Ravagers. Yeah, if he just makes his way across the map, you can see the army count. Like, he's not going for any additional drones. He doesn't really care about it. And he actually shows some of the roaches, and that triggers the push. So let's see what he can do on the other side. We have 1 immortal and quite a few sentries. So let's see what they can bring to the table. Shield battery in front of the wall, okay. He scouts everything with the War Prism and also has the force fields. So let's see. Force fields are not the best ones. Zerglings also connect. We have the Biles raining down, so the force fields don't really do that much. And it feels like ManTaZa is going to be in trouble. We have the Zerg pushing up the choke here. The Immortals going down 1 by 1. Yeah, they're lifted. They're trying to get in the backline and try to survive just a bit more. He's using the War Prism, but he's not unloading the Immortals as fast as he needs to. He really needs to shoot with these Immortals instead of just standing there. And yeah, the army supply favoring kiyj already. And that's what I meant, like, you're going for the 3rd base. That's some sort of a risk, as you can see, because it's just going down. This is 400, 600 minerals giving away for free, because 2 pylons and the Nexus going down without any impact in this game. Yeah, that was close, but I think as soon as he gets down one of the gateways, he's just streaming in, because there's no more force fields. Maybe 1 force field available, but how do you hold this with just 1 force field? The answer is you don't. And yes, shield batteries help, obviously, but if you're connecting with all your roaches, you have no blink, then you can micro your models as much as you want. You're going to go down in this game. And I think kiyj just did it right there. We have the probes being pulled. As you can see, another weapon coming in. But that is not going to change anything here. We are at 80 over 25 army supply. It's just one unit after the other being taken down. And the GG by ManTaZa. 3-1 victory for kiyj.